Runaway Rajah.
Runaway Rajah.
Everywhere Aladdin and Jasmine turned, something spectacular caught their eye. It was the biggest parade of the year, and it seemed as though everyone in Agrabah had turned out to see it. "Look, Aladdin, a snake charmer," Jasmine cried. "And over there," Aladdin pointed, "a fire eater." As always, Rajah was by Jasmine's side. The tiger let out a soft roar. A group of peacocks strutted by. Next came elephants draped in silk and strings of pearls. Then several camels walked by, bells jangling from their halters. But Jasmine couldn't take her eyes off the group of tigers. They were magnificent. A young girl was leading the tigers. After a few moments, the girl tossed a melon to one of the beautiful beasts. The tiger caught it in his teeth, flipped it up, and balanced it on his nose. Aladdin whispered softly, "Impressive," he said. Jasmine smiled. "That's good, but you should see what Rajah can do." She stroked her tiger's fur. "Shall we show them?" Rajah gave a happy rumble. Jasmine bought some fruit from a nearby stall and put it in a bowl. She tossed the melon at Rajah. He flipped it up to his nose. Then Jasmine tossed him an apple and a fig. Rajah balanced both on top of the melon. Aladdin started to applaud, but Jasmine held up her hand. At Jasmine's signal, Rajah flung the fruit into the air. Whoosh! He sliced it into pieces with his claws. Jasmine caught the pieces in a bowl as they fell. "Rajah, you're good enough to be in the parade," Aladdin exclaimed. "Speaking of joining parades," Jasmine smiled. She pointed at Abu, who was eagerly watching a group of female monkeys go past with their trainers. "It looks as if Abu wants to stay for a little longer." Aladdin laughed. "Okay," he said. "Abu, why don't you and Rajah walk along with the parade? Jasmine and I will take a stroll through the marketplace and meet you back at the palace." A little while later, Jasmine and Aladdin returned to the palace. They looked for their friends, but Rajah and Abu were nowhere to be found. "That's odd," said Jasmine. "I thought they'd be back by now." Aladdin ran his hand through his hair. "Maybe they wanted to follow the parade to the end. After all, it'll be moving on to another city tonight." Just then Abu ran into the palace gardens. He tugged on Jasmine's outfit. He looked upset. "Abu," Jasmine said, worried. "What's wrong?" Abu leaped up onto the rim of the nearby garden fountain. He acted out, strutting like a peacock, walking like an elephant, and dancing like a pretty girl. "Something happened at the parade?" Aladdin guessed. Abu nodded eagerly. Then he swished his tail like a tiger. "Something happened to Rajah!" Jasmine exclaimed. Abu found a bracelet and slipped it over his neck like a collar. Jasmine's eyes widened. "Rajah's been taken by the parade folks. If we don't find him soon, they'll take him to the next city." She turned to Aladdin. "Quick, where's the magic carpet?" Within minutes, Jasmine, Aladdin, and Abu were soaring over the city. "Hurry, carpet," Aladdin urged. "We need to catch up to the parade before everyone in it leaves." They flew this way and that. Finally, they spotted an elephant. "Over there," Aladdin exclaimed. "To the left, I see it." The magic carpet saluted with its tassels and turned sharply, throwing its passengers off balance. Aladdin and Jasmine held on, but Abu tumbled off the edge. Just as he fell, Jasmine snatched him back. "Gotcha," she cried. She pulled the little monkey to safety. "I don't want to lose any more of our friends today." The carpet continued toward the part of the city where Aladdin had spotted the parade. "Watch out," Aladdin called, as they dropped between the buildings. The magic carpet tried to stop, but it crashed into a bunch of clotheslines. Jasmine, Aladdin, and Abu tumbled safely off into a nearby rooftop, but the carpet was all tangled up. "We need to keep moving," Jasmine said. "Abu, you stay here and help carpet. Aladdin, come with me. We have to get to the parade." Jasmine went to the corner of the roof and listened carefully. With the other buildings blocking her view, she couldn't see the parade anymore, but she could still hear it. "I think it's over there," she said, pointing. "We'll make our own shortcut." She grabbed a long pole and quickly vaulted from one rooftop to the next. Each time she threw the pole back to Aladdin so he could follow. Finally, they reached the building just before the end of the parade. 3 stories below, they could see the animals being loaded into carts, getting ready to move to the next city. Jasmine saw the peacocks, elephants, and yes, the tigers. "Oh no!" Jasmine gasped when she spotted Rajah. "They're putting the tigers into cages. We have to stop them." Aladdin nodded. "But we're so high up. What's the quickest way down?" "The quickest way," Jasmine repeated with a gleam in her eyes. "Do you trust me?" "Of course," Aladdin said. "Then jump!" Jasmine clasped her hands, and they leaped from the rooftop. Together they crashed through 1, 2, 3 fabric awnings before bouncing off a fourth and landing in a pile of straw. "Phew!" exclaimed Aladdin. "I haven't done that in a while." Jasmine pulled Aladdin to his feet. "Come on, we're almost there." They dashed through the parade crowd. Jasmine ran past snake charmers and elephants, peacocks and fire eaters, straight to the tigers. Just as Rajah was being loaded into the cage, Jasmine ran up and threw her arms around him. "Rajah," she cried, "I was so worried about you." Rajah rumbled happily, grateful to be rescued. Jasmine quickly removed his collar. Just as she started to lead him away, a deep voice stopped her. "Where do you think you're taking my tiger?" The parade master stood in front of Jasmine, his hands on his hips. Jasmine straightened up. "There's been a mistake," she said. "I'm Princess Jasmine, and this is my tiger." The parade master didn't believe her. "But he isn't wearing the royal collar," he pointed out. Jasmine knew she had to prove Rajah was hers. If not, she would lose him forever. Then she had an idea. Jasmine quickly borrowed 3 pieces of fruit from one parade member. She tossed a melon at Rajah, who balanced it on his nose. "Princess," the parade master said slowly, "all my tigers can do that." Jasmine tossed apples to Rajah, and he balanced them on top of the melon. The parade master wasn't convinced. "It looks as if one of my tigers is more talented than I knew." But this is not your tiger," Jasmine said. She nodded to Rajah. Instantly the tiger shook the fruit off and sliced through it with his claws. A chunk of melon landed at the parade master's feet. He stared at it for a moment, then his eyes went to Rajah, and he said, "It seems I was mistaken." "Wow, that was incredible!" a few people standing nearby exclaimed. "You should be in our parade." "Join the parade?" Jasmine asked, confused. "But I thought you were going to the next city tonight." The parade master bowed deeply. "As an apology for the mistake, Princess, we'll stay in Agrabah an extra day, and we'll even perform a special show in the city center tonight. You and your tiger should be the stars." That evening, everyone cheered as Rajah and Jasmine performed their special trick. Jasmine was so proud that Rajah had gotten a chance to shine. But more important, she was glad to have her friend back, right where he belonged. The end.